and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess and I cover all things PCOS and other lifestyle musings. Today, I'm going to talk quickly and briefly about what to do after you have been diagnosed with PCOS. I feel like it's the most it's gratifying to be diagnosed because I think it's better now, the diagnosis process. Diagnosing women has been a lot better in recent years now that PCOS is more commonly known. Doctors know what symptoms to look out for, and I think finally getting to the point of being officially diagnosed with PCOS may seem like a relief and quite satisfying for women, because for once, or for the first time ever, someone is saying like, all of your symptoms are because of this reason, like you're not going crazy or like it's not in your head. But at the same time, I remember feeling so overwhelmed. If you didn't watch the video I did before this, I will link it down below. But I basically talked about how I was just throwing money at everything. I was going to see all these different types of doctors, trying any herbs, any supplements, any diet, juice cleanses and cupping and like all of these things, because I didn't know what to do and I was so desperate to cure or like help manage my symptoms. And so I thought I would do a video for you on if you're someone who has just been diagnosed, where to go from there, or like what are the first 5 steps. The first thing that I think all women should do is get a second opinion. I did not settle because I knew that something was going on. I think a lot of women now have better luck just because there's more data out there, there's more information. So I think doctors are more aware of what's happening. But yeah, if you go to a doctor and you have a bunch of symptoms, or if you feel like you've been misdiagnosed, there's no harm in getting a second opinion and kind of seeing what the other person says. Before we continue on, I just want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Ana Luisa Jewelry. You guys know I have partnered with them now for so many videos. I love their stuff, absolutely love it, and Christmas is around the corner, and honestly, what a great gift to buy a really nice classic piece of jewelry for someone in your life or for yourself. I am wearing some new pieces today. I have this really beautiful butterfly necklace that has like these like gemstones in it, as well as this really dainty kind of diamond necklace. There's like all different types of size gems. And obviously like all the earrings I'm wearing are Ana Luisa, and all of these beautiful rings. This one's my newest one. I just think it's absolutely stunning. I love Ana Luisa for so many reasons. One, they are a carbon neutral company, which means everything they take out from the environment, they put back in. They have small batch pieces, so the site's changing quite often. They have jewelry from $39 and upwards, and everything is high quality, which means it's gold plated or gold filled, so you're not gonna have tarnishing. I, for one, never take my jewelry off. Like, I've been wearing this butterfly and diamond, or I should say gemstone necklace now for over 2 months, and I do not take it off in the shower, and they don't tarnish. These earrings, especially like my little moon and star combo ones, I have been wearing now for like 3 years, and they're still perfect. And I believe they still have a 365-day money-back guarantee if you are not satisfied with your purchase. So definitely head to their website. I'm just like, every time I get complimented on my jewelry, I'm always like, oh, it's Ana Luisa. Oh, it's Ana Luisa. They're like, oh, okay. Like, it's just fabulous. So yeah, what a good idea for a present. Just go on there, get something for everybody in your life, and like, that's it. Done deal, super easy peasy. And they have so many great sales going on for Christmas, so it's like a win-win for you. Anyway, thank you so much again, and let's get back into the video. Okay, the second thing you do, you've got your second opinion, you know you have PCOS. The second thing I would suggest you do is get all of your lab work done, meaning get an ultrasound, which will see if you have cysts on your ovaries and make sure that everything in your uterus, everything in your system is a-okay. I would then get your blood work done. Your doctors will know what blood work is needed for you. They'll usually refer you to an endocrinologist, which is someone who specializes in hormones, or a gynecologist. I was referred to both. So you can get all of your blood work done. They'll see what your like resting glucose is. They'll see where your progesterone, where your testosterone is. They'll do a whole blood profile. So don't feel nervous to ask for these things, because sometimes doctors will just diagnose you and they won't follow up with any of these tests. But trust me, you need these tests because you need baseline data. You need somewhere to say, this is where I'm at now. I need to monitor XYZ. The next thing you do is, after you get your ultrasound and your blood work, I would then take that information and go and see a naturopath. I have said so many times on this channel, going to a naturopath was the best decision I ever made for my PCOS, and I'm so mad that I did not go to one sooner. I went to see a naturopath with my blood work and my results, and they were able to look at that and then tell me which supplements and which foods to eat to help those specific things. They also, which I guess ties into this, told me to get something called the Dutch sex test, which I always talk about on this channel as being one of the most revolutionary tests I've ever taken. It is the best thing ever. I have a whole video explaining what that is, and I will link that down below. But can I tell you how worth it is? So when I went to a naturopath, I had my blood work and I had everything. We also did the Dutch test, and with that, my naturopath was able to say, okay, actually your estrogen levels are okay. So I'm not gonna like prescribe or like suggest supplements for that, but like your progesterone is really low, your cortisol is too high, your testosterone is not where it should be. So she was able to then go in and specifically nitpick exactly what I needed and find the supplement for it, instead of finding like an overarching supplement that doesn't really like target exactly what you need. You know what I mean? And when I did that, I got my period within like 2 months of going off the pill, which is just crazy to me, because in retrospect, last time I went off the pill and went down just like the doctor's route, it was 2 years without a period and I still didn't get it. And then they put me back on birth control because it was getting to the point of like being dangerous, obviously. So the only difference between time 1 and time 2 was that I went to see a naturopath and like I was taking supplements and like tinctures and stuff that they created for me. So and find one in your area that specializes in like female reproductive systems or female health or like female fertility, because often they are more well versed with women with PCOS versus a general naturopath. The next thing is to take your supplements. They help so much. They help so much. Please be aware that supplements do take a few months to show a difference or enter your system for you to actually like notice anything or notice any changes. I always talk about the supplements that I use on this channel, but more than not, if you were to go out and spend money on 2 supplements, the 2 I will always suggest are berberine, which will help lower your glucose levels and keep your blood sugars more regular. Women with PCOS, it's an insulin resistant syndrome, and so they have higher glucose spikes, their sugar isn't regulated, they could either be pre-diabetic or have diabetes because of their PCOS. So berberine, amazing with that. And the second one I would suggest is inositol. Inositol helps with so many things. It helps with your fertility, your regulation of your periods, egg health. It helps with your mood. It helps with your period and cramps. It helps with sleeping better. Like, there are so many amazing things that there's so many things that women can benefit from inositol for PCOS. I noticed a huge difference when I use those 2 supplements, and I notice a big difference when I stop using them. And so if you're gonna go and spend money, those would be the things to spend your money on, and the Dutch sex test. Like, don't spend money on anything else, just worry about that. The next thing that I would alter in your lifestyle is your workout routine. If you are someone that's into working out quite a lot, it took me longer to figure this out, but now again, there's better research. If you're someone who does very like high intensity sports, such as like CrossFit or ultra marathons or anything that is an extreme, like just like a HIIT class, cycling, like a cycle class, any kind of activity like that actually will raise your testosterone levels more, which will interfere with your hormones and your PCOS, potentially making symptoms worse. The best kind of athletic thing to do with PCOS is something that is low intensity and that builds muscle. So something like weight training, something like Pilates or yoga, or going on like a light jog for like 5 kilometers or a walk. Activities like that have been shown to be way more beneficial to women with PCOS for multiple things, such as like weight loss, stress management, and muscle tone. So I would definitely go down that route versus, and I used to be someone who was a huge runner, like running half marathons, doing CrossFit at the same time. Like that was the world I was in. And now I do just weightlifting, yoga, Pilates, that kind of stuff. And the last thing you should worry about, I should say, is lowering your processed sugar intake. Do not overwhelm yourself with like diets and diet products and, you know, going on these meal plans. That stuff can all come later. When you are first diagnosed, things are overwhelming, and I want you to just think about lowering your processed sugar levels. So again, we're trying to control our insulin levels here. We're trying to not spike them, and that will help with so many varying symptoms with our PCOS. So if you're someone who consumes a lot of sugar, try going the natural route. And even with that, just be cognizant in every meal you're having, am I consuming sugar? And just know that like when you are consuming that, it will spike your glucose more than the average woman, and it will result in, you know, hormonal issues, acne, weight gain, all of that stuff, more so than a regular woman, I should say. And have patience with yourself and do it over a slope. You don't have to change who you are overnight, because of this, that's where everyone's gonna go wrong, because you're gonna get overwhelmed, it's gonna be too much, you're gonna get stressed. Don't do it. Just take one thing out a day that is high in sugar and replace it with something else. So I hope that helps you, because I think the number one thing people message me on Instagram is, I just got diagnosed with PCOS, what do I do? And that is literally what I would do. Just also a reminder to go check out Ana Luisa for all of their beautiful jewelry. Go check them out on their website now. They are going to make such beautiful Christmas gifts, and I'm so happy to be working with such an amazing company. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, as it really helps support my channel, and I will see you all in the next vlog. Bye!